Buonasera e bentornati al Bogito Sommelier. Sono il tuo ospite Luca. Oggi abbiamo un ottimo Chianti di Aldi chiamato Castellore. Questo. Episode sarà in italiano? No, of course not. I don't speak Italian, and you're watching the Budget Sommelier. Now, for those of you who are not Italian like myself, what I just said was welcome back to the Budget Sommelier, where we're reviewing a wonderful wine from Aldi called Castellore Chianti. So Castellore Chianti, this is part of the specially selected Aldi wine series, which we've had their Rioja before, which was really good. So I'm imagining this one is going to be just as good. So this bottle sells for around $7 at Aldi, which, I mean, these places are all over the country, so I'm sure you're living near one. A little bit about Chianti. Chianti is an Italian red wine produced in the Chianti region of Italy, principally from the Sangiovese grape. It was historically associated with the squat bottle enclosed in the straw basket. If you've ever been to a budget Italian family restaurant in Metro Detroit, you will have seen these lining the walls. If you've ever been to Olive Garden, they typically have like 50 of these bottles just laying around. They have that straw basket. They have that straw basket that the bottle sits in, and that's apparently the, what's that called? That's called a fiasco. So, that's a fiasco. Unlike this episode, which is not a fiasco, my Italian pronunciation was perfect just a few seconds ago. No fiascos here, but fiascos over there in Italy. So the other important thing to note about this bottle is it's marked DOCG, which means Denominazione di Origine Controlla e Gratinata, which of course means it means that it's good. It means it's good. That's what it means in Italian. There's many ways to say something is good in Italian. One of the ways is to say Denominazione di Origine Controlla e Gratinata. That's another way to say it's good in Italian. So it's a superior classification over DOC and the highest classification in Italy. That's another reason I think this one's going to be really good, is not only is it Aldi specially selected, but it does have, Italy's we're fancy and European mark on it. So I was trying to learn about Castellore, the brand marked on the bottle. I cannot find anything about them. I couldn't find anything about who bottles them, and I could not find anything about their importer. So this is a total anomaly bottle. I know nothing, absolutely nothing about them. I know that sometimes where some of the comedy comes through in these episodes, but I honestly could not find anything about them. So I was thinking about what to talk about when it comes to Italian wines, specifically Chianti. And I guess the only thing I could share is that the person who requested this episode is about as stereotypical of an Italian you can get. And if you've never met many Italians, they're just like in movies. Hey, they talk with their hands. Oh, hey, what's going on? Hey, you gotta try my grandma's. Her pasta sauce is the best pasta sauce you've ever had. And then it's like they use canned tomatoes and they put it on the stovetop for 15 minutes, and it tastes exactly like ragu. It's all the same. But they're huge into food. They're huge into, my wine. Luke, brother, you gotta do a Chianti. I can't get enough of this stuff. That's how they always talk. So they're not beating the allegations. Italians are stereotypes of Italians. They are loud. They smoke. They eat carb-based diets. They eat sausages. They wear the wife beater. I mean, look, I'm not being prejudiced. I'm not being racially prejudiced. I'm Italian, so I can say these things. I'm a quarter Italian. All Italians are exactly like the media makes them out to be. And that's why we are doing Aldi's Castellore's specially selected Chianti today. It's because an Italian asked me to do it, and of course, he picked an Italian wine. So you'll notice about our bottle, it is a screw top, so we don't need our really cool wine opener, which I want to use again, but we don't need to use it. We have here our stemmed crystal wine glass for drinking our red wine. Now, you may have noticed me having a cigarette, that's bad, earlier, but as you also know, the real pairing of a dry red wine is, of course, a Zin Coffee 6. Zin Coffee 6. So, let's get this right out of the bottle, right into the glass. Oh, wow. Now, I'm not a pusher for Aldi wine, okay? I'm not. But look, I mean, that is a beautiful red color. And it is coming across in the camera. Just that wonderful ruby red color. It's $7, so, I mean, unless this is as bad as that horse swill I had last couple weeks, this should be pretty good. So let's get a smell. Oh, so you can smell the sun coming over the hills in Tuscany, and the dew drops dropping off of the leaves. Oh, it's all right there in this. That smells wonderful. It smells like a red wine. I bet it tastes great too. Oh yeah, yeah. That's really good. I want to contrast it with the wine I reviewed with yesterday, or 2 days ago now, with the Cali Gold. There's a thickness to this wine, and I've noticed in my few weeks of being a budget sommelier that if you can push your tongue through the wine and you get a little bit of resistance, there's a little bit of thickness to it. You know, there's a little bite in there. You know, that's usually the sign of a good wine, and this one has that thickness. The flavor is wonderful. I think we need to. The Zin Coffee 6 is really bringing out the flavors in this. That is that dry red wine flavor that you just love, that you expect in a good wine, that you want in a good wine. It's all there. This is absolutely wonderful. Again, we can make fun of the Italians, and I think there's a lot to make fun of the Italians for. But there's no question that even though their grandma's sauce tastes like the store-bought sauce, they make good food. They make good wine. They dress well. They smoke cigarettes. They do, well, they made the trains run on time that one time. I've not been back recently. I don't know if the trains still run on time, but they did for a period of time, and then they didn't anymore. Wonderful country, wonderful food, wonderful wine. Aldi's specially selected Castellore Chianti. That is a great wine. I am saying that this one is enjoyable. It's so enjoyable I can't help but enjoy it more as this review goes on. I want to give a big shout out to Frankie L, the Italian who told me to review this wine. This is one of the best we've had yet. I am so happy to be having it. I'm probably going to finish the bottle with some pizza later this evening, but for now, that's all we have. This is a fast review. It's good wine, it's quick wine, fast review. Aldi's specially selected Castellore Chianti is enjoyable. Get it, get some Zin Coffee 6s, and enjoy yourself because this is a great wine, and at $7, you can't beat it. As always, this has been the Budget Sommelier. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below what wines you'd like to see next on the show. And as always, join us next time when we review another wine that won't break the bank.